today's video, I would like to touch on a new director's take that came out yesterday. We will talk about balance, a new character that's gonna come out soon. Let's go. Let's deconstruct this message one by one. First of all, he says game balance this season continues to be in great shape. Stop the cap. With season 5, we saw Junker Queen's dominant reign over the tank role. I feel like you still don't want to take Junker Queen on longer maps such as Havana, Junkertown, and Circuit Royale, as you're just gonna get poked out by Zenyatas, Baptistes, and Widowmakers with Hanzo, as well as Sigma is just a dominant pick right there. You didn't want to pick Junker Queen on verticality maps such as Hollywood, Watchpoint Gibraltar, Numbani, simply because she has no access to the high grounds that are everywhere. And yes, Winston and Diva are definitely best tanks for those maps in the current state. I agree with that. In terms of the damage, heroes notably saw a shift in play rate. I feel like they are referring to metal ranks, because if I am playing in master lobbies, Racer and Hanzo still so much better than Genji and Cassidy, due to the fact that the first one has to be really close and you have to have a very nice high skill ceiling in order to utilize Genji, and Cassidy is just too easy to kill and very hard to hit the nade, but it's like almost impossible. You can do it on the Doomfist that's standing close to you. Support is seeing a notable increase in both Brigitte and Lifeweaver team compositions as well. Brigitte is one of the strongest tanks in the game versus the Dive, standing at a whopping 55% win rate across all the regions, and Lifeweaver is just horrible. Lifeweaver is just down bad with 45% only. Earlier this week, we pushed a small balance update to fine-tune Cassidy, Mei, and Lifeweaver after they received some significant adjustments to their abilities at the start of the season. What we found was that Cassidy Magnetic Grenade was slightly too easy to... Are they playing their game? Are they trying this stuff? Have you ever tried landing a nade onto a Wrecking Ball? Almost impossible. Have you ever tried landing a nade onto a Tracer? You can always blink out. Yes, I saw clips where some Genji player deflected the nade and it came back to him, but that's the Genji. Mei's overall effectiveness dropped as she traded damage for more slowing utility. Well, guess what, Blizzard? If you are playing in a solo queue, those 4 players that you are playing with are your enemies. You are playing 1 versus 9, and probably 1 versus 10, because you yourself is your worst opponent. Your mental state, your effectiveness, your decision making are your worst enemies for sure. But when you're dropping the Mei's damage twice from 100 to 55, what have you expected? And Lifeweaver's impact was much greater than before. We're still looking to improve player control over aiming, Thorn, Wally. Lifeweaver's impact was much greater. I mean, 4% increase is much greater, but from 41% to 45 is still garbage. There are more hero balance changes coming in the mid-season patch, which includes shifting power from Torbjorn and Symmetra away from their turrets and into the rest of their kit. Symmetra was one of the strongest DPS characters for maps like Lijiang Tower and other control of the point map, and Torbjorn was overpowered for some maps as well. The fact that they are doing that, I feel like that's a good thing. Improving the control over Sojourn's railgun primary fire spread. So this is nice. They are buffing Sojourn so she can be as overpowered as she was in previous seasons. That's always nice to see. Would love to get absolutely destroyed by Mercy pocketed Sojourn. That's fun. Increasing the frontline capability of Reinhardt and Orisa. Oh my, that's gonna be nice. I absolutely love the concept of Reinhardt. I absolutely love the concept of Orisa. Unfortunately, they are not being played due to the fact that we have Ramatra to counter Reinhardt and Zarya to counter Orisa, and they are hard counters. You cannot dodge them. You have to like front to back all the time. There is nothing you can do and nowhere to run from them. A slight adjustment to weaken Zenyatta's Discord Orb ability. That's really interesting. And several others. I feel like Zenyatta is a really strong support pick in the current meta, and weakening his Discord Orb is gonna be detrimental for his playstyle and the playstyle of other characters, because always remember that when you are nerfing one character, you are indirectly buffing others. So Zenyatta is really good versus Wrecking Ball, Zenyatta is really good versus Doomfist, Zenyatta is really good versus pretty much every single dive character, and when you would weaken the Discord Orb, they will see play even more. And a quick TLDR about the new character. She looks like this. This is a part of her lore, and it feels like she will be able to use those light beams probably to heal or damage boost or mitigate damage to teammates. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.